Game number one, Saunamen iMagine, the NS2WC quarterfinals. Red Dog, would you like to do the honors?
All right, guys, here we go. Saunamen versus iMagine.
Jeez.
What? What? I was doing my intro.
You didn't say thank you. Oh, sure, I'll do that. Yeah.
All right, guys. Saunamen starting in the north side as Marines in Atrium. Meanwhile, we got iMagine starting below, doing a four-man crush on the right side of the map. Bitey, Lepidus, Wob, and Onzor moving up into Reactor Core.
That pistol coming out for Valtsu, definitely trying to take these guys down, but the two will win. Luckily, he had not finished the extractor there, but over in Crevice, pressure as well as B1 is trying to take down Lipa. It looks like Lipa's going to be able to push him off.
B1 definitely gets out of there. We also have the crush on the right side that's been pushed back. Llama and Tane in Reactor Core that are building that up. Bitey and Lepidus in Crossroads moving towards Summit Reception. Looks like they're going to go towards Crevice. Actually, yeah, B1 is going to be scouting out Lipa here in flight control while they're up on the ceilings.
And two Skulks, Lepidus and Bitey out in Crevice right now working to power down this RT as Nate comes around the corner.
Lepidus and Bitey still on it. Bitey on it. Lepidus gets pistoled from across the way. Extractor's down. Bitey decides to leave that and move towards Nate, towards the doorway, but he escapes through. No, goes right back towards the RT. Valtsu and Llama here in Data Core fighting Wob.
Wob crawling around on the rafters as much as he can. Pretty tough situation for him to be in against two Marines. He has got a flank coming in behind him that's actually going to route and go to Crossroads, it looks like. Tane all alone here in Crossroads against three Skulks. It should be noted that the aliens have gone for the Crag Hive, so that means that Mucus is online.
Valtsu and Llama here in ventilation. We got a whip up right by the power node, moving up towards them. We got three Skulks now coming in, trying to get them out. And they get cleaned out quite nicely. There was a Crag there in the corner by the stairs as these guys move up north through Pipe Junction, splitting off. We also got Lipa here in Crossroads, and we got an RT blueprint that's just been dropped. Bitey and Lepidus in there. B1 on the south side. Lipa in trouble as he gets converged upon on all sides, gets taken out by Bitey.
Some pretty good cleanups going on so far by the aliens. Unfortunately, the Marines are still capitalizing on res. They've not been able to really stop the Marines from pushing forward. They've taken down two RTs so far, but they, they're still only on two themselves. So the aliens really need to start focusing on getting more of their own res.
Yeah, I completely agree. There goes our RT
Whoa.
down in Computer Lab, and a main base being built here in Crossroads.
So a command station going down, possible relocated or at least backup, and they're going to put mines all over this place.
Oh, IP!
Wow. So forget phase gates, folks. They're going to pressure with spawning double IP in Crossroads. And this spells a lot of trouble for iMagine. They really got to work on the res right now. And Onzer's over here in Reactor Core. And you've even got Lepidus up in Atrium, but he's not going to be able to do anything up there as they're recycling.
Yeah, recycling everything in there, and they're going to move into Crossroads. This, if Saunamen's going to be able to hold this up, this can be really bad for iMagine, as you said, because having a central location, especially your main base on the map for Marines, is really painful to the alien team.
Yeah, I mean, the aliens so far have taken down 4 extractors in 3.5 minutes. But the Marines with this move to Crossroads, I mean, Red Dog, man, this is just so much pressure.
B1 moving out, Llama taking a couple pot shots there. We got Tane down here in ventilation taking shots at that whip. We got a Wob and Lepidus on the field as the lurks as they converge to Llama. Mine taking down Bitey. Lepidus spiking down Llama, Lepidus and Wob as lurks in Crossroads right now.
This is where the tide can change. The shotguns are not out for Saunamen yet, not even researched. If they can pressure enough with those lurks in Crossroads and take out those mines, those Skulks might be able to get in there and do something. But right now, they've just got to keep focusing on that res and holding their own. You can see they're spreading to Data Core right now, but Llama, because of that Crossroads spawn, can just walk right over to Data Core in a matter of seconds.
Cleanup here in Computer Lab. Both lurks moving into flight control against Valtsu in here. See Lepidus moving in for a couple bites, doesn't take him down. Vault's almost blackbarred, and those guys get out of there.
Still pressure over in Reactor Core. B1 trying to avoid Tane. Very low already. Big engagement down here in Computer Lab as Vaultsu, Lipa, and Bitey all going at it in here. Bitey desperately trying to get some sort of a parasite or kill, waiting for that backup from Lepidus. Nice comes in and takes it. Power's going to go out in Computer Lab, and this is definitely a win for iMagine.
You know, we can look at this, at what's going on right now in terms of, like, the kills, but Saunamen's been sucking so much res for a long time in this game. If you look, they popped up all the way to 7 for a bit, and they still got a blueprint down. Shotgun Research now has started versus iMagine's just been starved with res. He's just been sitting on a constant 2 this entire time. They are keeping up with the res biting. They've taken down 5 extractors, close up to the 6-minute mark. So not close to optimal yet, but pretty good. So they're going to have to really start taking down and also capturing their own res right now, because at the end of the day, this is an economy game. If they lose their economy this early, they're just going to get out-teched.
I almost feel like they need to split up their lurks. They need to have one playing more defensive, like they're losing Computer Lab again, and they need to have at least one lurk over on this left side and allow these skulks to get on the res. You know, the other problem is Saunamen was delayed with their upgrades. They just built their arms slab. Weapons 1 on its way. The shotguns are going to make a big difference because unupgraded shotguns are still very powerful. But, you know, they've still got an opportunity here to do some damage. Now working on the mines in Crossroads.
Lepidus in there, taking down some mines. Wobb's in there. Bitey's in there. And here
down
we go.
Goes the Obs.
There's the Obs.
One guy spawning in. They're desperately running back to Crossroads to defend. Nate's going to come out. They don't end up taking anything but the Obs down. I almost feel like he probably wouldn't have beaconed them, that he should have gone for the arms lab.
This is good. Right after that, they go out and start biting res there in Data Core. I think they could have, those 3 could have went and left Crossroads and went into Crevice and started biting that as well to try to keep some of this res down. But iMagine needs to capture and hold Computer Lab and Data Core. They really need that res. If they are not able to secure this, then it's going to be really hard for them once we reach mid-game, which we're coming to. It's going to be really hard for them to fight this Saunamen team. Cat packs have been researched.
In a decent game, you'd be looking at 8.5-minute fades. At this point, we're looking at 10 to 12-minute fades, at least. And that's a problem, because look at the tech explosion going on the Marine side now. I mean, even getting the cat packs is going to make a huge difference.
Lipa and Vatsu here in Crossroads. We got down here Tane and Nate moving into ventilation against Lepidus and Wob. Move off towards the north side. Just think right now.
Computer Lab.
Just think right now, B1 and Onzo are here in Crevice trying to take this down, but when you look at the map getting completely shunted into sub-access, there goes ventilation. They only have 1 extractor. This is not looking good for them. This is what we were saying in the beginning, such a strong Marine team that Saunamen has.
One thing that could help a lot right now is the fact that Hopsu's out of the chair, so no med packs and ammo are dropping for those guys in vent. This would have been a great opportunity for a Lurk and a Skulk to go up north. They've taken out Atrium Node. Let's kill that command station. Kill that command station and leave Hopsu to himself. That's going to be a big play for you to be able to jump in while these guys can get no support from their commander.
Command station under attack.
Lepidus, B1, and Wob moving into ventilation, taking down Tane.
And there we go. Hopsu's down, but they're leaving the command station up in Atrium, which I kind of feel is a mistake. These lurks have been really effective.
Yeah, but in terms of P-Res right now, we got B1 at 36, Owns are at 36, so almost there for fades, but they're going to be going up against Armor 1, Weapons 1, Shotgun Marines, but in the hands of Saunamen, that's pretty dangerous still. Owns are taking down the Reactor Core RT.
Yeah, now they're going to start pressuring down towards Alien Start and sub-access. They're going to take out both that Crag and Drifter pretty quick, walk past the whip because you know, they're not really there to do much beyond that. And look, they pulled 4 players back to Alien Start.
Just to take
and
Tane.
Yeah, you can't do that. I mean, you've got to be able to maximize the fact that there are other Marines around this map, and they've got to start doing a better job of taking out these Marines and getting this res out. I mean, somewhere, anywhere.
Saunamen is definitely dictating the entire flow of this game. iMagine is reacting all over the place, reacting to everything that Saunamen's going at them. I don't think I've seen, maybe once or twice, that iMagine has actually dictated something that Saunamen should be doing, and that was probably in their little base hit. But other than that, Saunamen's been saying, okay, you know what, we're gonna attack here, there, you're gonna react here, and that's it. Now here we go, Onzor, Bitey, Lepidus, and Wob coming into Crossroads. Baltsu here.
Cat Pack's on the ground. Power Node goes out in another room, not really sure where that was. And now they're all alone here in Crossroads. The Marines desperately trying to come back. Again, they don't really capitalize on anything in Crossroads. They do some damage, but nothing crazy. Both lurks still up, which is a big deal right now. They're losing Computer Lab, though. The Marines have capped ventilation and are pressuring aliens. Fades are now up, though, at 11-15. So the Fades could hopefully do some damage here, as Armor 1 is the only thing that's complete for Saunamen. So that means that the Fades have less swipes to kill these guys still. And that's important. That's very important.
They just lose the Harvester here in Computer Lab, dropping them down to 1. iMagine should not have let that happen. We got some Fades trying to get Nate and Tane here in Comp Lab, backed up by the 2 lurks, but it looks like they're not going to be able to do that, and they're just going to continue getting pushed back. Meanwhile, Vault and Llama moving through Pipe Junction. They may come down and just start the squeeze on the left and the right side of iMagine's base. Oh, Onzor out of power! Oh my God!
So close. What did he walk out of there with?
6%.
3%?
6%.
Oh my goodness.
He was completely blackbarred.
Unfortunately, at this point, Saunamen owns this map, regardless of whether or not they've actually finished capping res or not. The only play here for the aliens is to decimate Crossroads, and it's just not going to happen. I think having B1 wait right now is not a good idea. I think they should go 3 Fades. I think it's really their only hope.
You know, if you look at what iMagine's doing, I mean, if you look at the RT's loss by Saunamen, that's 14 at the 12.5-minute mark. That's actually pretty impressive res buddying. But on the other hand, really impressive recapping, you know, on the Saunamen side, that they've been able to kind of go up and down and kind of keep this res flow going. Now they're down to 2 with 2. They have to now back cap.
Wob really low already, and down goes Lepidus, actually. Lepidus goes down. Wob goes down on the other side
Wob goes,
as Lipa came back and took him down.
2 lurks
the loss
down.
of higher life forms is not going to be good.
Yeah. They only have Bitey and Onzor now as Fades. Not looking good for iMagine right now. Saunamen playing their Marine round exactly how you need to play it. Llama and Valtsu here in Data Core putting up the power. No doubt that they're going to cap that res tower there. B1 working on the res there in Crevice and in flight control.
The Fades are partially doing what they need to do. I mean, they just need to keep delaying the Marines from pressuring their own res, while the Skulks continue to work on res throughout the rest of the map. And so far they've been doing that. Taking out the power is a big deal, and they've been trying to do that at each of these locations as well, because that means it's going to take a heck of a lot longer for the Marines to expand to that res. Unfortunately, the Marines are in a position where they have the upgrades enough, not great, but enough to keep themselves in a decent position to keep the pressure on the aliens themselves.
See a little bit of cat and mouse potshotting here happening in Computer Lab as Bitey keeps blinking back and forth to Nate and Tane. He's got a little bit of structure health coming there. Lipa in Crevice fixing the power. B1's in the vents. Lipa's coming through. May actually catch him out, and he does.
But the fact that the power's out in flight control and in Crevice, that's a great thing, because one Fade is going to be able to pick off Lipa really easily here. Oh, Bitey! Oh my God, Bitey! No energy!
Oh!
Onzor ends up sacking himself to Bitey.
6
And that was unfortunate. That was really, really unfortunate because Bitey is now the only fade, which I would bet the call is going to come in very shortly to say, B1, you got to go fade.
Oh,
because
goodness.
they can't win with just one fade.
Yeah, and they're trying to track him down right now with those scans, but Bitey moves back into comp lab to get some health. Ah, God, that was horrible.
Power backup in crevice and in-flight control nodes capped. Trying to take out Rez here in data core. But really at this point, I feel for iMagine, but I just don't think there's really anything they're going to be able to do. I think they're too much on their back foot, and losing those life forms like they did, there's just, I mean, without an amazing base rush that goes perfectly. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. There's nothing they can do at this point. We're 15 minutes into the game. They got Saunamen's got 6 extractors. iMagine lost a fade and 2 lurks, you know, in the last few minutes. It's going to be over for them pretty soon. iMagine is going to need to just get together, like you said, do a base rush, and just get lucky.
Wow, and Owens are coming in here. Vengeance for his fade. Takes down 2 shotguns here in Computer Lab and saves that RT. So that's a big win for them right now. They just lost their 3rd harvester, though, in ventilation. Yeah, this crossroads pressure is just so much. They gotta find some way to break that, you know?
Yeah. Wob B1 here in Reactor Core up against Valtsu.
And Bitey goes down
to
pistol. Oh no.
And there we go. I mean, B1 at 49, Wob at 21, Lepidus at 21. They're sitting on 2 harvesters, 1 growing right now. I mean, Saunamen just, at this point, just close it down. I would just come 2 Marines on each side, you know, 3-2 on each side of sub-access and just end this.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. The only reason I think they haven't done that is because they want a little bit more upgrades before they really pressure. And the aliens have been doing such a good job at taking down 19 extractors in 17 minutes.
I know, that's pretty good res biting.
Rebuilding res, which has delayed those upgrades a lot. Unfortunately, though, I mean, unless they pull out a miracle here, I mean, they got to spread all the way up to Atrium, hold it. They're holding 3 res nodes right now. That means they can get some fades back out here in a couple minutes. B1 at 51, but with weapons 2 going and the cap packs out, as well as the shotguns, that Onos is going to be in a lot of trouble when he makes it out.
Well, we also got Wob, Onzor here in Crossroads. Oh, and both get taken out by mines.
They were low res already, or low health, so I think it was probably a good thing to actually sack for the mines to make a bigger play later, possibly.
Yeah, but I just can't see what big play they can do other than a rush. I mean, you see them trying to assist up into, you know, Crevice and then into Atrium. Lepidus just taking down the Atrium RT, but, you know, that Sys chain is going to get cut pretty easily with all the Marines in Crossroads. I mean, clean up here in Computer Lab, which is good. I just think iMagine needs a miracle. They need to hold res on this map. They need to hold ventilation. They need to hold flight. If they can get up to 4 and just start holding it, maybe. But they're so behind in tech. They don't even have a second hive.
Look at what's happening right now, okay? The P-res is starting to drop a little bit for the Marines. They have eliminated so much res here. They're not going to save Crevice. And, you know, I think that if they just keep on track and can hold a couple RTs up, they'll be in a better position. But, like, they can't afford to lose Computer Lab right now.
No, definitely not. Look at the team kills. And this is really interesting what's been with the team kills. 52 to 51. I mean, deadlocked, so even with these teams on the kills. So, obviously, they're doing a great job. They're evenly matched in terms of that graph.
They've dropped the Marines down to 2 RTs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. But unfortunately have been themselves capped at almost 2 harvesters this entire game. And that's really what's killed them. They're ready to lurk again, and I'd almost say you need to. At least 1 lurk to put up some pressure.
Well, Saunamen on weapons 2, armor 1, cat packs. We see Nate moving into atrium, rebuilding there. Ventilation. RT is being taken down by Lepidus, which is good. That may get iMagine over there. They only have flight control and their main. If they need to reestablish computer lab, which he's doing right now. You can see with the sys being dropped. Onzor, B1, and Bitey moving into flight control. Oh, Lepidus almost taking down the one in ventilation, and finally does before he gets killed by Llama. These mines.
You know, they keep coming in here and just, you know, working computer lab. It's almost like you got to keep somebody over here.
Yeah.
And where's that lurk right now? I mean, the lurk is spawned. He's coming out of sub-access. I think the one big thing here is that Crossroads has given them great advantage, but without the phase gates is why they're losing the additional res so much, because they're not able to just immediately jump and cut their time in half to, say, reactor core or atrium.
Yeah. 2 Marines going down here in sub-access. That push gets pushed away. Valtsu and Nate here in flight control, cleaning up the sys, and they're going to be working on the Harvester next, which is going to drop iMagine down to 1. This is not where they want to be. Ventilation RT is back up. Sys being cleaned up by Lipa. They are being locked here in sub-access. iMagine
Marines
only with 3 shells right now, 21 minutes into this game.
Marines have 34 res, I would expect. Armor 2 would be a smarter move for them, but they're thinking probably without the fades to maybe go weapons 3. I think that, okay, there we go, armor 2. Much smarter move, because if that Onos does come out, which on 1 Harvester and at 59 res for B1, it's still going to be a little bit here before that happens. They're in a much more comfortable position, especially with the catbacks and shotguns with that armor 2. But they could crush Crossroads with that Onos and those lurks. But without the second hive, they've got no lurk upgrades. They've got no biomass. They've got, you know, and they're in a tough position.
And they would really need to time it really well and be really, really well coordinated if they make an attack on Crossroads as like a last Hail Mary. But I think that's what they should do, because at this point, you know, they're just going to get completely tagged in their base, which is happening right now. Bots, I mean, they're being squeezed right now.
Yeah, they've got to get around. Onzor came to get the flank. They take down those 2, but now they're going after those shells, and it looks like they're going to get at least 1.
Oh, no, saved it!
Ooh, saved
1%.
the shell. Saved by the shell.
Oh boy, alright, so they hold on to that just barely. B1 now at 60 res, he's going to have a vanilla Onos, and so it's just going to be that much more dangerous and easy to lose it.
Where's he going to evolve?
Yeah, because they keep coming. Oh, there we go. B1's evolving in sub-access. We got Tane fixing the power in Comp Lab. Doesn't know that that's happening.
Altu's making his way down, still evolving. Okay, B1 is out as Onos. The Crag is healing the shell, and they need to make a big play right now. I mean, essentially, and now they know that Onos, Tane has just been killed, so they've got to figure something out, and they've got to figure it out, like,
now.
Pronto. Pronto.
You know, I just want to bring up, too, 27 RTs killed in 23 minutes. That's pretty amazing res biting.
No, I think the res biting is the only reason why they're still in this game.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like we've continued to highlight, though, they've not been able to drop harvesters or even keep them, you know, grown for very long themselves. Point in fact being at 1 harvester right now. The Onos is being pulled left and right.
Yeah, don't use it as a defense. Please don't use this as a defense.
He's too slow and too large. He's too much of a target. This is, you know...
Yeah, they just got to get together and just do this.
They got to go now. They've got, you know, they've got the 2 lurks, 2 smokes, and the Onos. You just got to bum rush this and just hope you win.
Yeah, don't die slowly. Like, come
Probably
on.
not going to happen, but they got to at least
Here we
go
go.
for it.
Oh, they've been scanned. They were trying to sneak.
Hapsu's saying, you think I'm going to let that happen?
Oh, and here comes Valtsu. On the shells here in sub-access, alone. Bitey spawns.
And Bitey getting some great bites there, saving that shell yet again. Lipa coming in right now, too. He's going to keep working on the shell, forcing the aliens to come back to sub-access to defend, while the Marines recap now up to 6 extractors.
Oh, no, they lose a lurk!
Oh, and
Lebanus goes down. Oh, no, and they're losing it. They're I mean, well, we can already say they've lost it, but I'm just saying, their only window to do anything other than slowly be killed is gone. All right, yeah, let's go after extractors. You can't standard play anymore right now. Not at this point. Not at this point. You got to do a Hail Mary. I was saying this yesterday. This happened to Titus and Radical.
Robo Factory coming down the crossroads.
Oh, no. What are they going to do? Are they just going to use it to get...
They'll roll the arcs down. I mean, with no infestation in Computer Lab, the arcs will move pretty quick. And you can just set them up and then just, you know, sit on either side. And now the advanced armory going. Why? Because he's got 7 RTs. He can buy whatever he wants. It's like Willy Wonka at the Chocolate Factory here. Endless chocolate waterfall.
Lifa and Tay now here in maintenance access. I love Hopsu there. Scans all over the map. And again, like you said, why? Because he's got tons of money. Why not? Just drop scans all over the map. Don't let the aliens group. Saunamen's too smart to let this happen. They know that iMagine's on their back foot. They know that they're desperate. So they're going to be ready for any rush.
Baltsu, Llama going after those shells. They're going to try to get one more shell. Another shell does go down. Hival jumping out of that hive, man. That was, I'm going to use your word, a clutch move to help defend those shells. Unfortunately, they did lose one. And they actually went with the Mac. Oh, now they're just going to use, and here's the thing. Now the Macs can do all the work, repairing stuff around the map. Yep. While the Marines just focus on taking the hive down.
Yeah, they can do all the back building, all the back capping, all that stuff, while they just bring all of Saunamen up to the forefront. Tane now moving into sub-access. You got B1 bouncing around like a ping pong here, just going left and right, trying to defend, not doing anything. iMagine's, don't go out like this. Like, do like a huge thing. If it fails, GG, you know?
I mean, here's the thing, like we said, it's going to come down to these Marine games for both of these teams. I have to say, at least iMagine was able to get that Onos up, but they're underutilizing the fact that they had the life forms they had. They lost that lurk. Wob is still up. B1's still up. But they're in a position where they could really pressure B1 and take him with those cap packs, with armor 2, weapons 3. I mean, B1 could go down so fast. And here we go. Baltsu.
Oh, God.
They really want that shell. Llama gets the shell with Tane.
Oh, no. No Kara, no regen.
And pressure back in Computer Lab again.
Well, at least
they take the power down, and they spread their infestation, and then the Marines just walk in and kill.
Oh, God. This is painful to watch.
Yeah, I'm you know, knowing that it's a best of 7, I would feel like at this point they feel the best thing for them would be to GG.
Yeah, scrap it. Start again. Exactly.
Because it can be so disheartening to carry out a game this long. Yeah.
Well, Lepidus, Parasite killed a Mac. I can die a happy man now that I've seen that. Tane here in ventilation, getting killed by Onzor, and I don't know what iMagine's going to do at this point. Lipa here is in sub-access against Wob. Are they going to do something?
They've got to, because Lipa is holding his own. Hival goes down. Bitey spawning in. Lipa pretty low. Doesn't see Bitey behind him. Takes Bitey down. Wob trying to shoot him with his spikes. But this is just not IM's game.
No, I mean, Wob is sitting on, oh, okay, he's okay actually with the health because he's going around that hive. There, B1 came all the way back from Data Core. They actually had to spawn eggs there. Now, if
Tane, look at this beast! I mean, he's just jumping everywhere to avoid the Onos. The Onos comes out. Oh my god.
You know what would suck is if the Onos fell.
I know. If the Onos had fallen right there, I would have GG'd
That would have been great. Llama here in sub access. It's now like Saunamen just is kind of just throwing stuff at the base, like whatever sticks. 34 RTs lost in 30 minutes.
And the sentries are up.
Oh, nice.
And here we go, folks. This is it. This is the big push.
They're going after the power, and no.
They went after the power. Wow.
No.
And his entire team eliminated in a split second. Cat pack it. B1 hurting already down to 50%. If they'd cat packed those Marines right there, they might have had B1.
They may have been able to catch up. B1,
so now they're going to go the opposite way.
Well, if this way didn't work,
let's go the other way. It's not like you can beacon again.
Or, you know, pass by Tane, and there's the beacon again.
Maybe the Onos can jump that ledge. Maybe I never knew that. I don't think that works.
I don't know. What? This is... Oh, good lord.
And Wob actually goes down to the sentries. So I think he would have already lost his lurk, though. So...
B1 here in Pipe Junction, rolling over Tane. Oh no!
No!
This is it!
What are you doing?
B1! Lipa needs a cat pack! Gets him!
Command station under attack.
He's B1 and gone. Resolved. And if they don't GG...
There we go. Oh my god, that should have been over 10 minutes ago.
Oh,
intense game. Maybe.
yeah. All right. Oh, okay. So there we are. We are 1-0 so far. They're gonna switch sides now.